Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A 92-year-old Moses Lake man died overnight in a house fire about 6 miles north of Moses Lake. A Kitsap County judge has dismissed a lawsuit to keep Donald Trump off Washington's presidential primary ballot. More snow in the forecast Thursday night with freezing rain possible on Friday. All the details coming up in weather. Nine people have applied to fill a vacant seat on the Wenatchee City Council left open by now Mayor Mike Poyer. Applicants include Weinstein Beverage Controller Armando Bendito, Chelsea Ewer from the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, architect Nick Mouchon, and former City Council member Doug Miller. Also, Jessica Johnson, the former director of the nonprofit SAGE, also applied, along with project manager Mark Peasley, retired fire captain Michael Hughes, civil engineer Stephen Koch, and Our Valley, Our Future Steve Maher. The application period for the District 2 seat closed on Friday. Interviews for the position are scheduled for Thursday, February 1st, and are open to the public. A 92-year-old Moses Lake man died overnight in a house fire about 6 miles north of Moses Lake. First responders were called around 11:45 p.m. to the 8700 block of Nepple Road Northeast, where a double-wide manufactured home was found on fire. The fire spread quickly throughout the rest of the home. After bringing it under control, firefighters recovered the body of Nathan Lee Jones. Other people were inside the home, but they escaped unharmed. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the fire may have started in a clothes dryer. The Grant County Fire Marshal is investigating, and the American Red Cross is providing shelter for the home's other occupants. A former Chalan County Commissioner has a new state appointment. Bob Boogert was named this month to the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Funding Board. 5 citizen members serve on that board by the governor's appointment, alongside 3 officers from state land agencies, and they help direct funding for Washington's parks and conservation projects. Boogert was formerly director of the Chelan Douglas Land Trust before serving on the Chelan County Board of Commissioners from 2019 to 2023. He's one of 2 Wenatchee residents who serve on the state recreation panel. Shiloh Burgess was appointed 3 years ago. A driver who failed to yield at an intersection on South Wenatchee Avenue caused a 3-car pileup yesterday. Wenatchee police say the wreck happened about 2:42 p.m. when the driver of a Toyota Corolla failed to yield for a stoplight and T-boned another vehicle at the intersection with Spokane Street. The wreck caused no injuries, but it kept one lane of Spokane closed for about an hour until vehicles could be towed. Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld says in addition to the Corolla driver, the other 2 motorists in the wreck will be cited for lack of insurance. When we come back, Manson School District joined the list of other areas' schools with pipe problems in their buildings, forcing a closure today. The American Red Cross is partnering with the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department to host a series of courses on community emergency preparedness. And a Kitsap County judge has dismissed a lawsuit to keep Donald Trump off Washington's presidential primary ballot. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find out?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
The Manson School District joined the list of other area schools with pipe problems in their buildings. This morning, the district announced that their schools would close for the day due to broken pipes. All after-school events, including athletics, were also canceled. Washington Elementary in Wenatchee was closed due to frozen pipes on Tuesday, and a pipe burst at Kenroy Elementary in East Wenatchee on the same day, though the school remained open. The Manson School District said that all updates will be posted on social media, their website, and on Talking Point and Arrow. The Chalan Douglas Health District has announced a new volunteer opportunity. Earlier this week, the Health District announced that the Department of Health and Human Services approved the Chalan Douglas Medical Reserve Corps, something CDHD identified as a need in their COVID-19 after-action review report. The group will be trained to assist in both emergency and non-emergency situations and will include both medical and non-medical volunteers. Volunteers will be trained to help during flash flooding, wildfire smoke management, and shelter support, and in educational capacities like smoke detector safety. CDHD says that they will soon be recruiting in the spring for interested volunteers. The American Red Cross is partnering with the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department to host a series of courses on community emergency preparedness starting tomorrow night. Free courses will take place at Wenatchee Valley Fire Station 1 on the third Thursday of each month from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Interested individuals can register on the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department's website. The first meeting topic will be in-home survival and creating custom emergency preparedness kits. A Kitsap County judge has dismissed a lawsuit to keep Donald Trump off Washington's presidential primary ballot, but the effort persists in a different court. 8 plaintiffs had sued to keep the former president from appearing on ballots, saying his alleged role in the January 6th insurrection bars him from office under the 14th Amendment. Kitsap County Judge Jeffrey Bassett said yesterday that because the plaintiffs also filed their case in Thurston County Court, the challenge should be heard there. That case is scheduled for a hearing in Olympia on Thursday morning. Trump is already barred from running for office in 2 other states, but the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to weigh in. Coming up next, a Wenatchee Valley College instructor is also a poet and author. Now he and others are being recognized for an essay they wrote. More on that coming up in tonight's feature story. Snow again tomorrow night before we warm up and our snow turns to rain this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Wenatchee Valley College instructor Derek Sheffield is a poet and author of a number of poetry collections. He's one of the co-editors of a new collection of art, poetry, and essay by dozens of contributors called Cascadia Field Guide, published last year. This month, it became one of just 6 books recognized as the best of 2023 by the Pacific Northwest Booksellers Association. NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins asked Sheffield whether he was surprised by the award.
I thought we would have a good shot at it because as we finished making the book, we realized we'd made something special, something that that doesn't really exist anywhere else. And because of that, and also because of the focus on our bioregion of Cascadia, and the awards is focused on the same region, I thought we might have a good shot. But at the same time, it was still a surprise because, you know, they had about 300 nominations. This is from 6 states, including British Columbia. And so, you know, that said, the odds, you know, I mean, even if something seems like it should happen, you and I both know it doesn't always happen. So, but yeah, we were just over the moon at the news. Yeah.
You mentioned bioregions, and that is something I wanted to talk about. That's how this book is formatted. You're not looking at, you can explore Chalan County and find this. You're looking at bioregions like from the Tidewater Glacier up north in Alaska to the Shrub Steppe, which is our area, to the Montanes and the Willamette Valley, the outer coast. How did you decide on the construction of this particular book?
We wanted to think about place in terms of the features of the land and the water, not in geopolitical terms, but Cascadia, as we talk about in the book, is really a region defined by a series of interconnected watersheds that exist from Northern California up through Alaska, southwest Alaska. So that's where the bioregional focus came from, and we thought that really fit the nature of this book. And as Liz and then we brought C. Marie on as another editor, as we all started talking about it, we liked how that helped support our approach of acknowledging the animacy of this place.
When you're confronted by 2 really great pieces, but you only have room for one, how hard is that decision to make? I mean, how many hard decisions did you have to make to get to this book? Lots
of hard decisions, and that's when you're grateful that you've got 3 editors. You've got an odd number, and so there were times when it was 2 to 1. We tried as much as possible to come to a consensus, you know, but yeah, I mean. And one of the things, we wanted a diversity of poetry in here too, and we wanted poems that were more accessible than less accessible. We've all, you know, run into poems that are, you know, like a brick wall and don't seem to have any entrance, but that's not what we were really after. We wanted inviting poems, because really the audience, our ideal audience for this book is not, we're not looking for other poetry professors or biologists necessarily. I mean, those people are welcome, but really we had more general readership in mind. So many of us here appreciate being part of this landscape, and we wanted to give those people the right company to bring along.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Another snowy winter day across north central Washington. I thought we would pick up a little bit more snow overnight, barely an inch in the Wenatchee Valley overnight, but boy, it made up for it today, about 1 to 3 inches of snow out there. And this is a look from our Rock Island Sky-Fi tower camera. And you can see our snow began to let up mid-afternoon, and then we actually saw some glimpses of blue sky during the late day today. But it was a snowy one around the area and still very slick roadways around Wenatchee. All right, we're not done with the snow yet. We will continue in some areas tonight. Look at both of our area passes. Stevens and Snoqualmie, 18 to 24 inches by tonight. Stevens Pass closed. Blewett and Snoqualmie passes, both are change required. All three passes have seen a lot of snow over the last 24 hours. It kind of jumps over the basin and the Wenatchee area and then picks up again around the Spokane area into Coeur d'Alene. So if you are traveling east on I-90, it could be winter travel conditions, and it will be traveling that direction. And then as we get into our Friday night into Saturday, freezing rain could be a definite possibility. I think definitely for you folks in the basin around Moses Lake, Ritzville, if you are headed on I-90 into Spokane, freezing rain is very dangerous. Liquid precipitation that freezes immediately on roadways that are already cold, and the temperature should be just about right for it. So boy, keep that in mind from about 4 a.m. Friday until 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. More on that coming up. Today's high temperature, 19 degrees. We almost got to 20 today. 34 is our normal now. 54 our record high, and that was set back in 2011. We started off the day at 12 degrees, still well below where we should be for this time of year at 24, and 7 our record low set in 2007. We have picked up 9/100ths of an inch of precipitation since the snow began last night. That now gets us to 36/100ths of an inch for the year, and that's still about 2/10 below where we should be for this time of year. We also picked up between last night and today about 3 new inches of new snow, so our new snow total going back to October 1st, 18 inches here in the Wenatchee area. 7:42 our sunrise this morning, and the sun set this afternoon at 4:40. All right, let's get you into your forecast now, beginning with temperatures tomorrow. We will almost all of us anyway, except Lake Wenatchee, will be in the 20s, almost 25 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 23 for Quincy, also back into Wenatchee. Same for Eniat and Chalan, just a touch warmer up in the Omak and Tenasket areas at 24 degrees. Leavenworth tomorrow, got lots of snow. Your high temperature, 21. Tonight, we can expect mostly cloudy skies. Here's the area of low pressure that did bring us the snow today and overnight. It's now pushing eastward. That will give us a little bit of break tonight. Mostly cloudy and chilly with lows in the mid-teens. But there's the next weather maker as it slides north, and that will really bring some snow shower activity to our area by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. There we go, an 80% chance for snow. 1 to 2 inches more is possible tomorrow night with lows in the 20s, or I should say highs in the low 20s. For Friday, 2 shots of low pressure will bring lots of clouds our way. That's when we will see a warm up as our flow comes from the southwest. A warm front will move through. Freezing rain a possibility. High temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. For Saturday, cloudy skies, still lots of low pressure around. Not much during the day, but as we make our way into the afternoon and evening, a rain-snow mixture for us. We'll see high temperatures to start our weekend right around 30 degrees. By Sunday, we're going to continue with those cloudy skies, also warmer temperatures with that southerly flow. There's our 60% chance of rain in the afternoon. High temperatures Sunday right around that 30-degree mark. And then as we kick off another work week, here's our trough of low pressure just off the coast, and we are going to see a wide area of mainly rain on Monday because we're continuing to warm up. High temperatures in the low 30s on Monday. For Tuesdays, we get you into the first part of next week. A 60% chance of mainly morning rain. It's all because of this trough of low pressure, and that's our start to the day on Tuesday. As we get into the afternoon, just mostly cloudy skies. We are going to continue that warm up with high temperatures Tuesday Tuesday into those mid-30s. And then by the end of our forecast on Wednesday, we're going to see more of the same with a chance for rain showers. Highs then right around 40. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. 16 overnight tonight, 23 tomorrow. Don't forget about 1 to 2 inches of more snow expected tomorrow night. Some freezing rain a possibility on Friday. Be extra careful out there. And 27, and we'll stay with a decent chance for rain showers right through our weekend. 31 with a 60% chance of rain Sunday. 32 on Monday, also a decent chance for shower activity. And then some morning showers on Tuesday, mostly cloudy in the afternoon. A little bit warmer too, with high temperatures near 34 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
Amid much fanfare and the Husky Marching Band playing, the University of Washington introduced their new head football coach yesterday. Jed Fish was introduced less than a week after Chalan left to take the job at Alabama. Fish says he and his family look forward to the challenge ahead at Washington after leaving Arizona.
I don't need the microphone for this. Please welcome our next head football coach, Jed Fish.
Wow, thank you. It's a little unique. The last time I had a press conference to be a head coach, it was on Zoom during COVID. So it didn't look anything like this. And this is special. But it's also special because of where we are and who we're with and the people that are surrounding us today. The views are incredible. The building is beautiful. And being here in Seattle is awfully special. I want to start by this. Today is a special day and a culmination of 23 years of hard work. Today is a day filled of emotions, though, because it represents a new beginning. Rarely in life does one have to leave someone or something that they love. But 48 hours ago, that is something that my family and I did. We did it so we can join the Husky family. I'm excited to be part of this university. And my wife, Amber, our daughters, Ashley and Kendall, Zaylee, who's not here, are all just as excited to be a part of this vibrant community. And we want to thank you, Troy, for bringing us here. President Kelsey, thank you. Thank you for that phone call on Sunday. And I just appreciate you guys for believing in us. We are here for the W. The W for winning, the W for work, and the W for Washington. And we will give it everything we have.
Fish first task is to see how many of the 17 players Washington had enter the transfer portal to convince to stay with the Huskies. Well, a week after learning Pete Carroll would no longer coach the Seattle Seahawks, General Manager John Schneider addressed the media yesterday. Schneider says back-to-back 9 and 8 seasons and missing the playoffs this year meant it was time to make some tough decisions.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at this, we are all here today because we underachieved in 2023. We all did. And now we're in a situation where, you know, we all need to get better. And we understand that the 12s, the fans, the community, Jody, everybody in this building deserves better. We had high expectations for 2023. You know, we overachieved in 2022, and quite frankly, we underachieved in 2023. And I think everybody recognizes that. But again, it's a time for all of us to look in the mirror in this organization, myself included, obviously, and improve, learn, and move forward.
Schneider says he's proud of the atmosphere he and Pete Carroll created in Seattle and looks forward to finding a coach who will both fit in and lead the team in a new direction.
I think the learning, evolving, looking forward, where's the game going? 14 years is a long time for one coach to be in a spot, right? And it's been incredible. God rest his soul, Marty Schottenheimer would always tell me, one coach can't stay in one spot for more than 10 years. He retired when I was with him in Kansas City for a year. And it's just that opportunity to learn from all these people that are doing incredible things, in college football and around the National Football League. And you cannot, if you're stagnant in this league, you're behind. So I think that's probably the most intriguing thing, is to learn and be open-minded.
Several players, including veteran linebacker Bobby Wagner, are facing free agency and an uncertain future. Schneider admits he wants to find a coach before talking to players.
I actually haven't spoken to many of the players yet. That's something that, once we get organized here, and it's a very competitive situation right now. So, once we get past that, I'll be able to, speak to the players and let them know what's going on. But, right now, our primary focus is on competing with these other teams and trying to hire the best coach we possibly can to advance this deal forward.
So far, 6 coaches have been listed on the interview list for the Seahawks, including Dallas defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, and Miami offensive coordinator Frank Smith. Well, Seattle Kraken have gone from a 9-game winning streak to a 2-game losing streak in NHL action. Seattle fell in New York to the Rangers 5-2 last night. The home team got out to an early lead as Chris Drieger had a trouble in net, filling in for Joy Decord.
Alertly back out to center, but it's picked off Bjorkstrand. This way, McCann to the slot. Eberle, he scores! That's hockey, baby! What a play! Jordan Eberle goes top shelf on a beautiful setup. Braden Schneider gets to it out to the neutral zone. Kakko full flight. Zibanejad. Drop pass for Kreider. The return favor broken up. Shot by Gustafsson. Scores! Eric Gustafsson. Gustafsson. Blake Wheeler. Wheeler down the outskirts to the goal line. Brodzinski. Braden Schneider. Johnny Brodzinski with a shot. They score! Tipped out in front. As it redirects by Chris Drieger, Blake Wheeler gets the goal. The Rangers have a 2-goal cushion. Where the Kraken send it right back in the zone. 3:05 left. Mika Zibanejad awaiting his Kreider. Zibanejad on the off wing to the slot. They score! Kakko with a clean look. To the point, cradled a bit by Borgen. Look out, breakaway. Mika Zibanejad walks it alone. Stopped! A dandy by Drieger. Eberle gains entry to the outside. It's McCann. Right in. He scores! Jared McCann with a beautiful goal. His backhand to the roof. It's another power play goal. The Kraken down by 2. Draw it back. Little stutter step by Wenberg. Out in front, it's blocked. The rebound. Shesterkin comes up big. He'll take a peek. Zibanejad carries along in the zone. Shot and a goal. Blake Wheeler with his second goal tonight. As the Garden faithful is heard from. They will surround Igor Shesterkin, who picks up another win. It's the Rangers 5 and the Kraken 2.
Seattle plays at Edmonton tomorrow at 6 o'clock on Root Sports Northwest. The Kamloops Blazers earned only their 10th win of the season with an overtime tally down Wenatchee 4-3 last night. Wenatchee earned an early lead but couldn't hold on as the Blazers found the back of the net in the overtime session. Wenatchee set to host Spokane Saturday during the annual Guns and Hoses night at 6 o'clock. Tickets are going fast. Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.